big events today. No, not at the UN. In Bournemouth at the Liberal Democrat Party conference, where Ed Davey, the Lib Dem leader, will be giving his keynote speech. We're joined now by Lib Dem MP Christine Jardine to talk about that. A very, very good afternoon to you, Christine.
Good afternoon, Julia. It's lovely here in the sun.
I was going to say, lovely.
Try and get down. It's beautiful.
Lovely sunshine there by the seaside. Looks very nice. I must ask you, first of all, about Ed Davey in an interview he did yesterday where he insisted that basically he had a moral duty as a Liberal Democrat to prevent Nigel Farage and Reform from taking power, refusing to rule out the possibility of a post-election coalition with Labour to keep Nigel Farage out of number 10. Do you agree it's a moral duty?
I think all politicians have a moral duty to stand up for the public, to stand up for the rights and the principles in which they were elected. So, yes, I have a moral duty to stand up for the principles that the people of Edinburgh West elected me to do. As for coalitions after the next election, we're talking about 4 years away. I mean, that's a long time. And, you know, at the moment, we should be talking about the problems that the country faces now.
Well, isn't that what Nigel Farage is doing? And yet Ed Davey says that, you know, he's just trying to be like Donald Trump and he doesn't think it's what the country needs and it's his duty to keep, you know, quote, you know, the far right Nigel Farage out of office. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
Of course I agree with Ed that we do not want to see a government in this country which goes down the same route as Donald Trump is going in America. And if that's Nigel Farage, then no.
And what are the policies you most object to?
I have a duty to stand up for the rights that I spoke about when I was elected, the principles I was elected on. And, you know, I, of course, agree with Ed that it is our moral duty to stand up for them. And if we think that Nigel Farage, or anyone else for that matter, is taking or aiming to take the country down the wrong route, then yes, we have a moral obligation to stand up to them.
And do you, so you have an issue with, for instance, the announcement yesterday about limiting benefits for foreign migrants and arrivals, and indeed their right to claim an indefinite leave to remain?
Do I have an issue with that policy? Yes, I do. What I think we need to do is we need to remember that there are a lot of people who have come to this country and who will come to this country and bring the skills that we need to fill the employment gaps that we have to keep our NHS running.
Why do we need to do that? Why don't we just train up Brits to do the jobs?
We have tried that and we are trying that.
No, we have limit. No, we to this day we have a limit on the number of people who can train as nurses and doctors.
Well, yes, but what we have to do is
that's why we need to import people.
If I could, we have to fill that, and we are having a problem filling it from people in this country. Yes, of course, we want to encourage as many people as we can into that profession. But think about where we would have been during COVID if we had said to all the people who work in our NHS, who don't have indefinite leave to remain or who are working towards it, you have to go. Think about all the thousands of pounds that people spend working to stay in this country, paying national insurance.
No, but that's not what the policy is. That's not the policy, Christine. Christine, that's not the policy. It's not a mass deportation. It's people having to reapply, and on the basis of what their contribution is financially and etc., they'd be allowed to stay. So surely, if someone is working here in a useful job and we need them, they'll be allowed to stay. So what's the issue?
Well, Nigel Farage needs to make that absolutely clear, because that's not what came across from what he said yesterday. And if he is saying that people can reapply to stay here, that is also going to cost them money. He's discouraging people from coming here with essential skills. But what he needs to do, first of all, is be absolutely clear with the British public what he means in detail, and not just give us these sweeping statements that you can interpret any way you like.
Well, I mean, what are we hearing from you guys? I mean, one of the most detailed things you're saying is things like, you know, we need to invite cancer specialists or researchers from America to come over here. That's, I mean, yes, OK, that'd be great, but that's not really going to change how Britain works, is it? It's not going to improve the country that much.
If there are cancer specialists in America who are finding that the circumstances there at the moment, that the research capabilities are being undermined, that they are being undermined, and we can offer them circumstances, conditions and environment in which they can help cancer patients in this country and across the world, why would that not be the right thing to do? But
is that one of the biggest policy issues that British people are caring about right now? Aren't they worried about actually the state of the economy? Aren't they worried about you know, the state waiting for the NHS, waiting for housing, you know, and migrants and crime? Isn't that what they're worried about?
Yes, they're worried about those things, but they're worried about the impossibly long waiting times for cancer treatment, and they're worried about research potentially stalling if cancer scientists in America feel that they can't do it. Because I don't think we just have one concern ever about the country.
No,
it's
fair
not
enough.
just one thing.
One final,
things,
very quick question, Christine, because I'm rapidly running out of time. Apologies for that. Do you think that Ed Davey could be the next Prime Minister of this country?
Of course he could.
Very well, that was a short answer. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Christine, I'll come back again. We've got a bit longer. Enjoy the sunshine there at Bournemouth at Lib Dem conference. Tom Slater?
I dare say Christine's the only person in the country who probably does really believe that.
I think Ed Davey thinks that.
I think he hopes it. I don't think, even if they want to say it, that they actually believe it. But nevertheless, Lib Dems are in a weird position, aren't they? You know, what, 70-odd MPs still kind of holding up in the polls and yet utterly irrelevant at the same time.
Very strange. Very strange. But there we are.